an appeal instituted by former governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Fayemi of the People's Democratic Party, who asked the Apex Court to overturn the Court of Appeal's decision that sacked him from Ekiti State Government House. Mr. Oni, in his suit, relied on Section 36 of the Constitution, which guarantees right to fair hearing, and had asked the Apex Court to revisit the judgment of the Court of Appeal which removed him from office.
However, counsel to Governor Fayemi, relying on Section 246, subsection 3, opposed the appeal and contended that as a time the governorship election was conducted back in 2007, the Court of Appeal was the final court to determine governorship election matters. In a unanimous decision, the Supreme Court agreed with Governor Fayemi and held that the attempt by former Governor Oni to lure the Apex Court to exercise its authority by meddling into an appeal already determined by the Court of Appeal is an attempt to get back into Ekiti State Government House.
The Supreme Court has maintained the law, the certainty of the law. And this matter has been a circus show, since 2007. There should be an end to litigation. So we're happy that the Supreme Court has upheld righteousness and truth. The election petition issue for Ekiti State since 2007 has been finally sealed and delivered. They can only go back to the field to prepare for another election, not to the court anymore.
There is no any other superior court than the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So whatever position they reach, as far as any point of law is concerned, you are bound by it, and we have no choice than to say we agree, because you have no right to go anywhere as regards the position they've taken in respect of this matter. And that's why we say, well, you cannot go anywhere, we agree by it. As a matter of whether you agree by it or you don't agree by it, you can only make comment about it. You cannot change the position of the Supreme Court.
As far as we are concerned, the battle has been won. We now have to go back and focus on those issues that matter to our people. So it's work in progress. Yes, the court has spoken, it's in our favor. But there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of improving the quality of lives of our people. So we are going back to work.
Meanwhile, Governor Fayemi isn't surprised about the ruling, saying the judiciary has continued to be the saving grace of Nigeria's democracy. The governor believes that the matter ought not to have gone to court, as it has no place in the country's jurisprudence. However, he called for the establishment of an Election Offences Commission, noting that the former governor would not have had the opportunity to approach the Apex Court with what he called a frivolous appeal if he had been prosecuted for committing electoral fraud.
In the first instance, this matter ought not to have come before the respected justices of the Supreme Court. It is frivolous. It is an abuse of court process. At the time I ran for the election, the last bus stop for the judicial process was the Court of Appeal. And we had reached that Court of Appeal on October 15, 2010, and I was given victory. So for anyone to have attempted to try to reverse that process could only have ended in that dustbin of infamy that the Supreme Court has just thrown it. Now, we need an Electoral Offences Commission in this country, so that those who have rigged the election, who have been found to have been associated directly or remotely with election rigging, must be brought to book. If Fayemi Oni and his cohorts had been brought to book for rigging the April 14 election in Ekiti, 2007, he wouldn't have had the temerity to say he was going back to the Supreme Court, to waste the time of the court, to waste the time of the government, to waste my time, and to, obviously, they have a lot of time to waste because they have no jobs.